Good evening. This is CTV News for Friday, September 21st. I'm Patricia Ballone.
And I'm Denise Douglas. Thank you for joining us today.
Well, for the first time since the Affordable Care Act went into effect, Maryland insurance plans on the ACA marketplace will decrease dramatically. Governor Hogan announced the approval of premium rates during a press conference this morning. He says individual insurance plans will go down an average of 13% in January 2019.
For the first time since the Affordable Care Act went into effect, all individual insurance rates in Maryland will go down instead of up. This marks the first time in 20 years that our largest insurer is lowering insurance rates for Marylanders. Care First PPO rates, which would have increased by a staggering 91.4%, will now instead be reduced by 11.1%. And their HMO rates, which were set to increase by 18.5%, will instead now be reduced by 17%.
There are a couple of reinsurance programs like this around the country. I believe ours is the largest and most successful. So I am hoping that this will be something that other states will adopt, and possibly the federal government might want to create something like this themselves.
Insurers had originally requested an average rate increase of more than 30% next year before the federal government accepted the state's bipartisan effort to lower premiums. Well, in other news tonight, we now know the names of the victims in the fatal workplace shooting in Aberdeen. The victims are 45-year-old Sunday Aguda, 41-year-old Brindra Giri, and 41-year-old Haylene Reyes. Now, police say 26-year-old Snoshia Mosley shot 6 people before turning the gun on herself. She died at a hospital. Mosley was hired as a temporary employee at the Rite Aid Distribution Center for the holiday season. She was diagnosed with a mental illness back in 2016.
The controversy surrounding Judge Brett Kavanaugh's confirmation hearing for the Supreme Court continues. The woman who accused him of assaulting her while they were at a party in high school, Christine Blasey Ford, won't testify at a Senate hearing on Monday. However, she is willing to speak with lawmakers on a different day. The vote on Kavanaugh's confirmation was delayed after Ford's allegations emerged last week. We spoke with Senator Chris Van Hollen for his reaction.
The goal should be to get to the truth. I mean, people should want to collect the facts, which is why it's important to have an FBI investigation, an impartial, independent FBI investigation where people have to answer questions under penalty of perjury. It's a crime to lie to the FBI. And so we've got a situation here where Professor Ford has asked for an FBI investigation. And, Republicans on the Senate and the White House are resisting the idea of an FBI investigation. If you want to get to the truth and the facts, why are you resisting an FBI investigation? So we need that. We also need to hear testimony in front of the committee from all the parties involved.
The full Senate must confirm Kavanaugh if his nomination clears committee.